Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna go over whether or not you should be a full-time or part-time loan officer in the beginning. I get this question a lot, and so I decided to make a video for you guys going over all the things you should consider when making the decision of going full-time or part-time. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, number one thing I want you guys to consider is that there is no right or wrong decision. You know, being full-time or part-time, it's not a right or wrong answer. So just know that. I want you guys to know this because I know sometimes they can feel like, hey, I don't want to make the wrong decision. And no one wants to make the wrong decision, right? We all want to make the right decision. And it really just comes down to, hey, which one is righter or wronger for you? You know, maybe full-time is righter for you. Maybe part-time is righter for you, but there is no right or wrong in the situation. So I just want you guys to know that, you know, just so you guys aren't so overwhelmed or aren't feeling too much stress about this decision of, hey, full-time or part-time, full-time, part-time. I don't want you guys to feel like that. It's a simple decision, so don't stress too much about the decision. Like I said, by the end of this video, you'll have all the information you need to make that best decision for you and your life. Okay, number two thing to consider is how fast do you want to go and how big do you want to get? So you need to ask yourself this question, hey, how fast do I want to become a successful loan officer, a top producer? How fast? And how big do I want to get? Do I want to be, the best loan officer in my community, or just the best loan officer in my office, or do I want to be the best loan officer in my state? So this question is really important. It's important that you consider this because if you want to be, let's say the best loan officer in your state, maybe you want to go full-time because it's going to take more hours, more time, more energy. So like I said, it's case-by-case basis, but you need to ask yourself this question, hey, how fast, how soon do I want to become a top producer? Because maybe you're okay with being a top producer 10 years from now. Or, you might be the one like me that wants to be a top producer in the first year, in the second year, in the third year, not 15, 20 years from now. So you need to consider this. You need to ask yourself this question. It's important. And that's going to determine, it's going to tell you whether or not you should go full-time or part-time. And back to that example, if you want to be the best loan officer in your state, your country, probably going to be a better option to go full-time than part-time. Because full-time, you're going to be dedicating more hours, more time, more energy, more money to the business. And when you do that to any area of life, you're just going to get better results. So this is why this is something important to consider in becoming a loan officer and deciding between the whole part-time and full-time. Okay, number three thing to consider are your responsibilities. We all have different responsibilities. And what I mean by that is, some of you guys have kids, some of you guys have a marriage, some of you guys have partners. I don't have all those things going on. I'm not married, I don't have kids, so I can dedicate more time into the business. So I can go full-time, right? I had someone reach out to me the other day and they're like, hey, I'm not sure if I should go part-time or full-time. I know most people say you should go full-time, but I have kids, I'm a single parent, I know it's a commission job, so I don't want to put my kids in danger. So this is why it's also important to consider your responsibilities. Maybe you don't have kids, maybe you're an only child, you live with your parents, you don't have a girlfriend, boyfriend, you don't have kids, then it's going to be easier for you to go full-time. I'm not saying you can't go full-time if you have kids and stuff, but it's just something to consider, right? Consider your responsibilities. That's also going to help you decide whether or not you should go full-time or part-time. Okay, number four thing to consider is, do you have reserves? This is important because if you're going full-time, you're probably going to want or need some reserves there in your account. And if you're going part-time, whether or not you have reserves doesn't really matter because you have another source of income. So this is an important question. And it kind of goes back to your responsibilities. Hey, if you have kids, if you are in a marriage, if you're the sole bread earner, you're going to go full commission and you don't have reserves, you're kind of putting yourself in a tricky spot there. So consider this when making your decision. Hey, do I have reserves or not? If you do, then going full-time is going to be a bit safer than if you go full-time and have zero reserves. Because then if you don't close a deal, you're not going to pay your rent, you're not going to pay your car, you're going to be in a sticky situation. So consider whether or not you have reserves when making that decision of full-time or part-time. And in regards to how much reserves, I would say about 6 to 12 months of reserves. Okay, number five thing to consider is invest what you can. Maybe some of you out there got 5 kids, 4 kids, single parent, and you can't even do part-time. You can only do like 3-5 hours a week. Invest what you can. That's important. Invest what you can. If all you got is 5 hours, invest those 5 hours. If all you got is 2 hours, then invest those 2. But the point here is commit all the way. Commit what you can commit. Commit what you can. That's important. So I know some of you aren't going to have very much time, even if you don't have another job. Like I said, maybe you got 5 kids, 2 pets, you're taking care of your parents, and you don't have very much time. Invest what you can. Put in the time that you can. If it's just 2 hours, then let it be 2 hours. If it's just 3, then let it be 3. But try to invest what you can And if possible, invest a little bit more than that. Because if we all, inventory our time, if we take a look at the actions that we're doing throughout the week, most of us have a bit more hours that we can put into the business than we think. For example, if you inventory all the time you take on vacations, watch TV, go out to the club, go out with friends, that's quite a bit of hours. Watch sports games, that's quite a bit of hours. So if you can dedicate those hours into your business, then now you can have a little bit more. Maybe you're not gonna go to the club anymore for those 10 hours a week. Now you got 10 hours that you can put into the loan officer career. So just know that, hey, invest what you can. It's gonna be different for everyone. It's different for me than it's different for you because, like I said, I don't have kids, I'm not in a marriage, I don't have a partner, so I'm just going all in loan officer. Maybe it's different for you, but invest what you can. Okay, number 6 thing I want you guys to consider is treat it as a business. Treat it as a business, take it serious, because that's gonna help you in your approach, and it's also gonna help you with your business in terms of people are gonna notice that you're taking this thing seriously. Maybe you're just doing 3 hours a week, maybe that's all you got. But if you're taking this thing seriously, people are gonna notice that, they're gonna appreciate it, and they're gonna do business with you. And that's what you want, because eventually if you keep doing that, if you keep demonstrating that you take this business seriously, people are gonna appreciate it, they're gonna do business with you. And then sooner or later, you're gonna get a ton of business and you're gonna be able to go full time. You're gonna be able to invest more time, more money, more energy into the business because you're gonna be getting all this inflow of business. So take this into consideration. Maybe you're only gonna have 10, 15, 20 hours, but hey, take this thing seriously. Treat it as a business. People are going to notice it. It's going to help you also because when you treat things seriously, when you treat them as a business, when you commit 100%, you're going to get better results than if you commit 10% or if you don't take them seriously. So take it seriously regardless of the hours that you're putting in. You could take it seriously and just put in 1 hour a week, but it's a serious hour. That's better than the person that puts in 20 hours and doesn't take this seriously, doesn't treat it as a business. So that's the 6th thing I want you guys to consider is treat it like a business, treat this thing seriously, and I promise you, you will succeed. Okay, and the 7th thing to consider is you can still have another job and be a loan officer. That's not a problem. You can still have another job and, do your duties as a loan officer if you have the time. For example, Monday through Sunday, all I do is work. I don't have kids. I'm not married, not in a relationship, so all I do is work. That means if I wanted to, I could actually, get another job. I could get 2 other jobs because from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep, I'm working, so that's about 18 hours in a day. So I have 18 hours to do, 2 jobs and be a loan officer if you really break it down. So know that it's okay to have another job and be a loan officer. Nothing wrong with it. And really depending on your scenario, like I said, your responsibilities or how fast you want to get to your goals, you'll make the decision of, hey, do I want 1 job? Do I want 2 jobs and a loan officer? Because you can pull that off. I can pull it off if I wanted to. I have enough time because I dedicate all my time to working, to business, that I can pull off having 2 jobs and be a loan officer and still dedicate full time to all those things. So it's really up to you and how fast you want to get to your goals, also your responsibilities, and then again, the rest of the things that we went over in this video. But I just want you guys to know that you can still have a job and be a loan officer. That's okay. And that's pretty much it for today's video. Hopefully that was helpful. I get this question a lot, so I wanted to make this video for you guys. If it was helpful, make sure you leave a big thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe for more content just like this. It really helps the channel when you guys do that because it helps the algorithm, helps the channel grow, and when the channel grows, it can help more people. I make content on life improvement, entrepreneurship, and real estate, so make sure you subscribe. Thanks again so much for your time. See you in the next video, and be great.